It's just taking what you love, what you know you can do, and just applying it every day, some shape, form, or fashion. And, things that you're willing to sacrifice. A lot of people out there, you work a 9 to 5, 80 hours, bi-weekly. If you just take 2 hours out your day and just apply it to your grind, it'll definitely work in your own favor. A business person told me, you need a degree to work for other people, but you don't need a degree to work for yourself. So I just took that and ran with it.
Now, did you go to school for any type of music or business or sports, or is this just a passion of yours?
Man, this is just a passion. I started out with Shadow Worldz. Before I even did stuff with Shadow Worldz, I used to promote parties. So, I was always like the funny dude on the mic, or I was there with the DJ. And I first got out, I started promoting my shows on the mic. And people just, started following and just started creating that buzz. And Shadow Worldz, it was cool. Shout out to Shadow Worldz Network. If it wasn't for y'all, definitely I wouldn't be in this position. And they told me to, just go ahead, try it. You want to be a host on the show? Go ahead, try it. I'm like, all right, cool. And, I did, guest appearances on their shows, stemming from politics, fashion, underground artists all over, New York, Philly, Jersey. So I just felt like, hey, it was time for me to do my own thing. I saw the blueprint, how it was done, and I was like, well, shoot, time for me to go ahead and spread my wings, and I've been flying ever since.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's how I got started as well. My mentor kind of scooped me up in the middle of my event planning company and brought me into his label as someone to assist with his marketing and the tours, and the promotions for his label, and got me on one of his shows one day, to interview me. And I thought, but I like this. I like being on air. I like talking. This is cool. You know what I'm saying? And one day I got stuck, co-hosting, and I thought I could do this, This is really me, And he was sick one day, and I got stuck co-hosting a second time. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take over. On the low, I'm going to take over. And next thing I know I'm hosting, his show, Independent Everything, and I stopped doing everything else. I set my business on hold, and, I was co-hosting, his music video show, and, I found my passion, in this industry, this, radio presentation. That was me. I love, and I have a gift of gab anyway, so I love this part of the industry, and it was ready, set, go from there, so I completely feel you on that. I'm not into the sports.
Yes.
I mean, I like football and stuff, but I'm not into the sports part.
Look, the thing about it is, with me, I was just fortunate enough to just do it all.
Yeah.
Actually, I started out doing the whole unsigned artist thing. Shout out to all the unsigned artists on your grind. If it wasn't for a lot of artists, unsigned artists that had some dope music, and me hosting their mixtapes and learning the game in all aspects. Once again, I wouldn't even be on this interview right now. I was just one of those people who, hey, I just want to learn everything: business, fashion, sports, music. Because as far as podcast radio is really the wave now. Unless you're on satellite radio, you very seldomly get in your car and you turn on the radio. It's just seldom. Everybody got a podcast now. And I just think, podcast, internet radio is really the thing for, I guess you want to say, regular people that have a voice. Before, people say, look, you got to go to school and you got to do this, you got to take this course. Look, a podcast, you entertaining? Can you entertain people for an hour and keep that buzz going? And with the way social media is now, it's crazy right now.
Yeah. So with you going from hosting parties and stuff to going to the radio / podcast lane, was there a learning curve for you, or was it something that you just naturally were able to grasp onto and be good at?
You know what? I'm not going to even front. It was real tough because the way you entertain your friends can't be the same way you entertain people, because you got a different dynamic. You got white people, you got Latino people, you got young people, you got old people, you got black people, you got Chinese people, and listeners is listeners. Followers is followers. You can't say, well, I only want this, this type of crowd listening to what I want. Nah, you don't want to put yourself into a box. And that's why I feel like where a lot of podcasts mess up at. They cater to one dynamic. Now, don't get me wrong. If that's how you getting your bread, hey, by all means, do the damn thing. I don't throw no shade nor hate. But for you to get out there, to get to like the hundreds of thousands, the millions, you just got to broaden your horizon. So when I first started out, I would be funny to, all the Latino people or all the black people, but, the producers on the network is like, man, we got to build your audience. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And just like, I had to really learn and groom myself how to entertain all walks of life, no matter, the race or the age.
What mark would you like to leave with your platform? Like every platform, at least like the significant ones, they're all known for something. What would you like to be known for with your platform?
Just giving people opportunities. Y'all can definitely attest to this. You wanted an opportunity with somebody and somebody hated on you because they were scared that you would be better than them. I just want to provide opportunities. If you're able to go ahead and you take somebody under the wing and they take what you said and they got better than you, in my opinion, I take that as a compliment because, like, hey, if it wasn't for you showing them the game, they wouldn't have got where they were at. I look at Dame Dash as a perfect example. If it wasn't for Dame Dash, would you have Jay-Z? Not really. Would you have Kanye West? Not really. Just, people understand where the beginning is at. So I just want to provide people with opportunity to go ahead and speak their minds, let their voices be heard. With no shade, no hate, just provide the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you brought up Dame because I'm like a big Dame Dash fan. Like I watch his videos all the time. I just like his energy, like that hunger, that real independent spirit, is what really gets to me and talks to me. Who are some people who influence you and help you really keep things going for yourself?
Dame Dash, Dame, Cameron, Bill Gates, Master P, Oprah Winfrey, just to name a few. The Dame Dash really, because it was, his thing was, if put your own name on it. You want to build something that you can pass down to your kids, or you just want to have something where you don't have to worry about getting fired from. You know, like I'm gonna use your radio show. It's yours. No one can take it from you. You can pass it on to your kids, and they can pass it on to their kids. You ain't got to worry about, hey, some boss coming in saying, oh, you're fired. You can't fire the person that owns it. So just really just looking at those people and looking at their blueprint on how they wisely invested their money and the time in that they invested their money, it just really made me, want to put all into the network.
And is Dame Dash the one that you see yourself the most in, or is it somebody else?
You know what? Yeah, I'm from Harlem, so Dame Dash being the Harlem dude. Shout out to everybody on 132nd and Lenox, like those people like Dame, Jim Jones, Cam. Those are the dudes that you really look up to because they're just like you. And what they did was, they probably didn't go to college or the fancy smancy school. They just took what they knew and they just flipped the knowledge. They flipped the money, they flipped the knowledge, and able to not only put themselves on, but really employ and empower their circle around them. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, because with people from Harlem, they just have this thing that, like, they just hustlers. That's how people outside of Harlem know them as. You're like, man, if you from Harlem, they getting money. They got to start and flash and flare about their stuff with everything that they do. Like, how has Harlem, just being from Harlem, shaped you as a person and as a businessman?
Oh, man, I have a policy, and it's really crazy. It's the no sleep policy. And I tell people this all the time. The reason why Bill Gates is successful as he is because from the age of 19 until the age of 30, 31, he didn't take a day off. So that's Bill Gates. So I just take that mentality. I work hard for it. If you clock in at a 9 to 5, you work hard at your job. If you don't work hard, you don't get paid. So if you could do that for somebody else, why not do it for yourself?
Exactly.
And, I have a platform where, when I have kids, I can go ahead and pass my platform down to somebody else. And being able to give opportunities to people who were standing in my shoes at one point. So, yeah, I have no sleep policy at all. So if I don't sleep, that means y'all can't sleep.
And by chance, have you always had this entrepreneurial spirit growing up, or is it something that you really got into when you really started into the radio game and hosting parties?
Shoot, man, that's a real good question. I kind of always had it, but until some business people really sat me down and said, hey, look, this is where you can really take it to. Some older people in the neighborhood, really took me up under their wing. And true story, I'll never forget, I seen Jim Jones coming down Lenox Avenue, and he was just giving money out to kids. He was giving out money to kids. And Jim Jones gave me $10, and he said, hey, look, youngin, instead of you asking me for more money, flip that $10. I said, you know what? Bet. And he told me and my partners, y'all go ahead and flip that $10 one day. You can be walking down Lenox Ave handing out people money. So something that small really inspired me to really be on it. And I was just like, yeah, it could be something more. It could be something bigger. And I've seen other